All right, welcome to my channel. Here we are going to be working on this question, which has to do with link mechanism. I'm going to read the question, then we go on and work on whatever we're asked to do. So if you are watching my video for the first time, thank you. I want to ask you to subscribe to this YouTube channel as a technical drawing or engineering drawing student. And please, you can also join my YouTube membership if you want to appreciate the great work being done on this channel by paying a token. So we have two membership subscription that you can do and with just a little token. Okay, so and then if you are not willing to continue, you can unsubscribe whenever you like. Okay, but it will be very good if you keep on joining my YouTube membership just to appreciate the work that I'm doing on this channel. Okay. Also, so help me to share my videos with your friends who are also technical drawing or engineering drawing students. Like the videos on this channel, and also do not forget to share the videos here with them. All right, so let's go and look at what we have here. The question says the diagram below shows a link mechanism. The crown OB rotates about a center O in an anti-clockwise direction. It is also pin-jointed to a rod CA at point B. The rod is constricted to slide through so we have here to slide through point A. Then here we have that the length OB equals 25, AB equals 100, and BC equals 30. Then question number figure 1 says trade the locus of point C for a complete revolution of OB. And Roman figure 2, what is the name of the shape that the locus traced? So that is the question as we have here. Now let's look at a diagram as it is given to us here. So we have that the radius of the circle, which is OB, this is the edge of the crown edge. Okay, so the radius OB of the circle is 25, and the rotation is in anti-clockwise direction as we are told in the question. And we also have that distance BC is 30 and BA is 100. And then for us to get this point A, we have to come down 20 millimeters from the center of the circle, and then distance from the center of the circle to this point A is 104. Okay, so I'm still going to say something about these dimensions that we are given, most especially this dimension 104 and this dimension 100 of AB that is given to us as 100 millimeters here. So what I'm going to do now, for us to have enough space to do our work, I'm going to maximize this AutoCAD page. Okay, I'm going to maximize it. So all the dimensions, I know them offhand, okay, which I believe you also know. So we are going to start this one. So we are going to draw a horizontal line. We are going to draw a horizontal center line and the vertical center line. So here is horizontal line in this, okay. All right, so then we are going to draw a vertical line. So this is a vertical line here. So this is okay for me. All right, so then we are going to change this to center lines. As you know, the center line is drawn with thin long chain line, So we need to select this, okay. Then I'll come to properties here. Then I'm going to click on center. So let me take this, okay. So then I'm going to for us to be able to see it as center lines, so I'm going to make this 5. Okay, so we have this. All right, so these are the center lines. So let me make it 10 so that I can see it very well. So you can see that we have center lines here. So I'm going to close this. All right, so having done that, the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to draw a circle from this center, and the radius of the circle as we have in the question is 25. So this is 25. Okay, so we have this circle. All right, so for us to see it very well. Okay, so let me just bring this down a bit. Okay, and then so let me take this up a bit. Okay, so we have this now. Okay, so and then so let me just bring this here to All right, so we have this and this one also. We'll bring it here a bit. All right, so we have this now. All right, so having done this, the next thing that we are going to do is that let us locate point A. Let's locate point A. So to do that, so we are going to offset this center line to a distance of 104 millimeters. So we have to come to modify to and we click on this to that is offset. So input 104. So press enter key. Then select the object to offset. So this is the object to offset. So we have this distance from this point to this point here is 104. I'm not going to do the labeling of the point. So just follow my instruction. Okay, but if we are doing it manually, so I can do that. Okay, but because of time, so I'm not going to label the point on the so we have it here. So okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to offset this line to a distance of 20 millimeters. So we are going to repeat the offset and then we input 20. So then I'm going to offset this, but that is a distance of 20 millimeters. So I'm going to, I'm also going to reduce this line, okay? I'm going to reduce this line, okay? So we have it like this, okay? So this is point A. So this point where these two lines meet, so that is point A. So I'm going to change this line. So I'm going to change it by coming here, then I'll click on by layer. So press escape key, okay? So here we have point A now. Okay, so then the next thing that I'm going to do, so before I do that, so I want to bring this down a bit, okay? So this point is point A as we have the next input of that. Now let's go to the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to divide this circle to 12 equal parts as we see in that diagram. So let's do that. So we come to a circle here, sorry, we come to draw here, and we click on this particular tool known as divide tool. And then we have to select the object to divide. This is the object to divide, select it, and then input the number of division, that is 12. So we have 12 equal points on this circle, but we can't see the point. We can't see the point. So how can we see the point? So press DD on the keyboard. So just type DD on the keyboard and select or click on DD type, okay? So this comes out, then select anyone that you like, but for me, I usually make use of this. So now, so click on OK. So the point will show, you can see the point here on the circle. So the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to join opposite and point together with a straight line. So we repeat the line as we have here. So this point will go with this point, okay? So let me put off auto mode. So this point goes with this point, okay? So we have this, and then so we are going to repeat the line. So this point here, so goes with this point, okay? Then so this point here also goes with this point, okay? Then we also have that this point here also goes with this point, okay? So we have all the points here on the circle. So now the next thing that I'm going to do, let us remove the point since we have joined opposite point together in the circumference of the circle. So we go back to DD, okay, then we click on DD type and then to select this empty one, then click OK. So the points are gone as you can see it there. All right, so the next thing that we are going to do is that this point here is point B. Okay, so as we see in the diagram, so this point is point B. Okay, so take note of that. As I said, I'm not going to do labeling, but I'm going to do something by drawing a small circle for us to see that point. So I'll draw just a small circle like this. Then I'm going to move this point. Okay, so I'll move this point and bring it to this point here. So that we can see that point. So that is point B as we see it there. All right, so the next thing that we are going to do next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to draw a line. So that's 100 of BC that we are given the questions as if sorry, that 100 of BA or AB. So line AB, we said it is 100 millimeters. So that's 100, since we have located point A here, so it's somehow useful or which shouldn't have been given, okay? Or if it is given, the distance between the center here and this point will not be needed to be given, but let's leave that one. But when I checked that, I still find that distance from this point to this point A here, they are still equal to 100 millimeter. But let's leave that aside, okay? So what we need to do now is to come to line, okay, or we right click and repeat line. So this is line. So you have to draw a line from this point A, passing through point B here, passing through point B here. So we have, we'll just click on this point. So just click on this point like this, okay? So having clicked on the point, so let's we have the okay, line is not really touching point B, okay? So I need to make sure it touches it. Okay, now the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to increase this line by 30 millimeters to get point C. So what we have to do is to stretch it. So just input 30. So this is 30. So press enter key. So this is point C now. This point is point C. So for us to see that point, so I'm going to do something by I'm going to copy this small circle that we have here. So I'll copy it and then I will take it to that point C. So I'll just drop it here. So I'll continue to do this for other points also. So now, so we have located, this is point B here, this is point A, and then this is point C that we are plotting it in locus. Let's take note of that. So now the next thing that we are going to do again, so we are moving anti-clockwise. So the next point will be this point here on the circle. So we are going to repeat line, okay? Before that, sorry, so before that, okay, do not forget that distance between B and A, or AB, distance AB is 100 millimeters. So we continue to make use of that 100 to locate other point A on this line, to locate other point A on this line. The next point B is here. So then other point A, we are going to, or the next point A will be located in this line as we have here. So to do that, so to locate point A on this line here from this next point, which is the next point B. So what we have to do is to come to draw, then we are going to select this particular arc, that is center start length. So we click on it and then we come to this point. So we are going to draw an arc of radius 100. So just input 100 and press enter. So then we have this point. So this is this next point B, okay, sorry, next point A on this line. So what we have to do now is to repeat line. So we repeat line. So we click on line. So we are going to draw a line from this point. So from this point here, we draw a line from here. So to this point B, okay. So then we are going to, from here, so from this point here, so we are going to extend this line by 30 millimeters. So just input 30. So this is 30. So that is the next point C. So for us to be able to see the point, so what we are going to do is that we are going to copy this circle. So we copy the circle like this, and then we drop it at this point. So that is how we continue this work. So the next thing that we are going to do is that, so we come to draw again. So we click on this arc. So this is the next point B, okay. Then we are going to draw an arc of radius 100. So we are going to input 100, press enter key, and it goes like this, okay. So this is the next point A on this line. So what we have to do now is to repeat line, and then we click on line, and then we draw a line from this point so to this point here, okay. So then we are going to lengthen or increase the length of this line by 30 millimeters. So just input 30, press enter. Then we are going to copy this circle. Okay, so copy this circle like this, and then we drop it at this point. So press escape key. So next we also come back here to draw. So click on this arc. So this is the next point B on the circle. Then we are going to draw an arc. So we draw an arc. So we are going to input 100 millimeters. So press enter key. So this is the next point. So this is the next point. So let me just take it up a bit. We have this. Okay. So then that is the next point A there. All right. So press escape key. So then we are going to repeat the line. So repeat the line. So then we draw a line from this point to this point here. Then press escape key. So we are going to lengthen this line by 30 millimeters. So input 30, press enter key. Okay, then we are going to copy this circle. So we copy the circle here, copy the circle here, and then we have this. Okay, so next, so we want to draw. So click on this arc and then draw an arc on the line. So to locate next point A on the line, so input 100, press enter key. So this is the next point A here. All right, so then we are going to repeat the line. So repeat the line. So we draw a line from here. Okay, so we draw a line from this point. So passing through this point. Okay, so press escape key. Then we are going to lengthen this line by 1 or by 30, sorry, by 30. So this is 30. So we have this now. So then we are going to copy this circle for us to see the point on that line that we just drew. So we put it here. So we have this. Okay, so next, so we come to draw and then we click on this arc for us to locate the next point A on this line. So the next point that we are going to work on is this point here. So we are going to input 100, so 100 as the radius of the arc. So we have it at this point. So at this point here, so we are going to repeat the line. So from this point here, I can see the point here. So we draw a line to this point, and then we are going to lengthen this line by 30 mm. So this is 30. So click okay. Then we are going to copy this circle. So you copy this circle here. We copy this circle. So then we put at this point. All right. So next, so we are going to come here again, draw and click on that arc. Then we are going to input 100, input 100. So then we have the arc. So here's where we have the arc. So let's take note of that. So we repeat the line. So repeat the line. So this is the line. Then from here, so we draw an arc through this point. Okay. So sorry, we draw a straight line through that point, and then we are lengthening this line. So by 30 millimeters. So the length is by 30 minutes. So input 30 is 30. And then, so we are going to copy this circle. So we copy the circle. So from here, so at this point. All right, so we go on. So the next point B is here. So then we need to locate point A. So we come to draw and we click on this arc. So then, so click on this point B. Then, so input 100, so 100, so 100, so press enter key. So then we have this point. So that's the next point A on the line. So repeat the line. So repeat the line. So we draw from this point, passing through this point. Or drop it at this point, press escape key. Then we are lengthening this line by 30. So we are lengthening it by 30, input 30. Okay. So then press escape key. So select this circle, we are copying it. So copy this circle, so drop it at this edge of the line. So it's not well dropped. Okay. So I'm going to adjust it. So we are bringing it. Okay. So all right. So we have it there. So next, so we come to draw again. So click on the arc. So we have next point B. So this is the next point B here. This next point B. All right, so we are going to draw an arc of radius 100. So press enter key. So that is the point there. So we repeat the line. So we are going to repeat the line here. So from this point, okay. So we bring it to this point here, okay. So we have it here. So then we are going to lengthen this line by 30 millimeters, by 30 millimeters. So this is 30. So press okay. So next, so we are going to copy this. Okay. So we copy the circle. So we bring it to this point. Okay. So all right. So we drop it there. All right. So then the next thing is we have the next point B here. Okay. Then we have to come to draw. So click on this arc. Then we come to this point B. Then we input 100. So 100, press enter key. So that is the next point then. So we're going to repeat the line. we repeat the line. So this is the point. Then we bring it to this point here. Okay. So press escape and then we are lengthening this line by 30 millimeters. So this is what? This is 30. Okay, so then so we are going to copy this circle. So we copy the circle, then we take it from here. So we drop it here at this point. All right, so the next point B, so is here. So this is the next point B on the circle. So what we are to do is to come to draw. So click on arc and then so click on this point here. Then we are going to draw an arc of radius 100. So 100. So press enter key. So the next point is here. This is the next point now. So let's repeat the line. So we repeat the line. And then, so from this point, we draw a line. So we drop it at this point, press escape. Then we are going to lengthen it by 100. So it goes like this. Sorry, by 30. By 30. So by 30. So by 30, lengthen by 30. So that's 30. So we have it here. So let's copy the circle again. So we copy the circle and then we take it from here. So we drop it at this point here. So we drop it here at this point. We press escape key. So next point is here. So this is the next point B on the circle. So what we have to do, we come again to draw and then we click on this arc. Then from this point here, so we are going to draw an arc of radius 100. So press enter. So this is the next point here. This next point A. So we are going to repeat the line. So we repeat the line. All right, so this is the point. So we draw from here to this point. Okay. Then so press escape key. Then click on the line. So lengthen the line by 30 mm. So this is 30. Press enter. Okay, so then for us to see the point, we are going to copy this circle. So we are going to copy the circle. So we copy from here and then so we drop it at this point. All right, so we have one. Okay, so that's all. That is all. Okay, that's all. So we started from here and we have gone round. So we have what? We have this point. So we have this 12 points. Okay, as you can see it here. So that is it. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is to join the point together for us to get the locus of point C as we are told in the question. So what do we need to do now? So you come to draw, then you click on this particular tool known as spline fit. Okay, just click on it. So starting from here, so starting from this point, or you can start from wherever you like. So just click here. So then come to this point, click here. So you come to this point, you click here. Come to this point here, so click here. Come to this point, click here. So come to this point and click again. Okay. So you come to this point and click. Let's see that point very well. Okay. So click on this and then this point. So we click on this point. Okay. Then it goes like this again. So we come to this point. So just drop it here. And then so we come to this point again. So we drop it here. And then so we come to this point, we drop it here, click on it. And then lastly, so we come to this point and then we drop it here. So when you click on this last point, don't just take it away. So press C key on the keyboard, press key C on the keyboard and press enter. Okay, so you can see that the shape has been formed as you can see it here. All right, so now the next thing that I want us to do, I want us to make it thick. So click on this. So click on circle. The shape has to be made thick. Like also the circle, that is the crank head. And also the first line that we drew, that is this line. It has to be a thick line. So we come to properties and then we click on this. Okay, that is the line weight. And then we have to select the one that we like here. Okay, so I want line weight to be as thick as this. Okay, all right, so press escape key on the keyboard. So having done that, the next thing that I want us to do is for us to see it on PDF. So I'm going to convert it to PDF. So how do I do that? So what I need to do is to select this. I'm going to select it like this. Okay, so I'm going to select everything here. Then I will come to application. So I'll come to application and then I'll go to export, then click on PDF. Okay, let's wait so that it can convert to PDF. So before that, what we have to do now, so I'm going to make use of this particular one that I've used and saved an object with solid intersection. So I'm going to click on this, then I will click I will click on save. Okay, so because I've saved something there before, it asks me if it's to be if this is to replace something that I've saved there before. I'll click on yes. Okay, then we wait for it to convert to PDF. Okay. All right, so it has converted to PDF. That's been converted to PDF. All right, so now, so you may not see okay, you will not see um what I am going to do here, but by the time I'm done, so you see how it should look on PDF. So I'm going to type solid, so solid, okay. All right, so all right, so this is it. So I'm just going to click on open. All right, so I'm waiting. All right, so I'm going to share what it looks like. I'm going to share it with you. So let's see it now. Okay, so this is it. So can you see it? So this is the shape, and this shape that we produce as we ask to name the shape traced. So this shape is an ellipse. So this shape is an ellipse. All right, it's as simple as I've done it here. All you have to do is to practice. When you practice this, you become a master at this work. And do not forget, as I said in my when we started, that I'll be glad if you subscribe to this YouTube membership. So just to pay a token monthly to appreciate the work that we are doing here. So thank you for contacting and God bless you.